started teaching. Right in the midst of his busy service of traveling around the universe, offering sunlight, the sun god took up a second optional vocation of teaching because of his passion for imparting knowledge to deserving candidates. Though he was happy to admit Hanuman to his school, but there was a slight problem. All the admissions were full. He had begun a new batch with thousands of sages as fresh admissions, since the only classroom in his school was his own chariot. Just a limited number of students could be accommodated in his divine vehicle, and by this time he had already reached the upper limit, and there was no room for more. When he presented this problem to Hanuman, he just smiled. Where was the problem? When the new lessons began that day, the students in class were shocked. There was a new student in class. No, that was not the cause of surprise. The shock was the new student was outside the class. As the classroom moved, so did the new student. He was flying at the speed of the chariot, listening to the sun god's lecture simultaneously. Amidst movements in rounds of shifting, Hanuman did not miss a single word that was being imparted. Hanuman remained focused. At some point, Hanuman became a little uncomfortable with the thought that when all the students could see the face of their teacher, he had to fly parallel to the classroom. So he turned back, faced the teacher and began flying backwards. But the students were stunned. How could someone fly backwards and be attentive at the same time? Within the 6 orbits of the sun, Hanuman laid the Vedas proficiently. The sun god did not have to repeat a single word for Hanuman. Everybody spoke was etched in Hanuman's mind. The sun god was really impressed with his new student and embraced him and blessed him. That's why Tulsidas said in Hanuman Chalisa, Durgam ka jagat ke jete sakam anugrah tumhare tete. Being grateful, Hanuman wanted to offer his Guru Dakshina. Sun God said, Hanuman, I'm really impressed with your abilities, intelligence